Hey, yeah, what's up? This disciple Marshall Occurrence Rain back up in this, just chilling, laying down. I just thought I'd make a video. It's about something that's been on my mind for probably like 4 or 5 months, something like that. How I do videos sometimes, I'll get them and I'll feel that the timing is not right and that things need to mature. The time needs to mature. So I'll get it and then I'll wait. So this has been a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I've insinuated this and said this in so many words. Just because someone is of African descent and an African American or however you put it, black, however you put it, however you want to put it, it does not give them a pass to play with other black people, shoot other black people, fight other black people, conflict with other black people. And see what I've noticed is that as soon as some black people see you, I mean, a complete stranger, they think they're familiar with you, but they don't do that with other races. It is not a familiarity where like it's a positive thing. It's like a familiar thing where it's a negative thing. Like they're instantaneously familiar with you to play with you. They're instantly uh, acting like they know you and turning that into a negative thing. But they don't do that with Asians. They don't do that with white people. As soon as they see white people, they move out the way. A lot of people do on the average. I'm talking about on the average. So my whole thing is I feel like some people don't think about certain things, and so I pointed out, and sometimes people just don't think. They don't think about these things. They feel it internally, but they don't know how to articulate it. You know, and so I do the articulating of things that some people suppress internally. And it's just like I don't give passes for black people to play with other black people. If you feel you have a pass to play with other black people, that's gonna end very, very soon. Because if I don't know you and you're instantaneously familiar with me in a negative way, then I'm going to defend myself how I feel I need to. If that's at the time or later, however I feel I need to defend myself, I'm going to do it because the feeling like they know you is not genuine. It's not genuine. It's not love. It's just this instantaneous like we know each other because we're the same color and I guess we supposed to be brothers. No, our sisters. No, brother and sister, or brother and brother. No, uh-uh. I want the same respect. People get a white man. When the white man come by, if you don't know him, you keep it moving. If another race come by, you don't know them, you keep it pushing because your familiar ways is not a positive thing for me. You think you have room to test me? That's what they do. Psychological tests, um, street tests, and I don't get anything out of that as a 40-year-old man. I don't get anything out of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's already um, basically total division, in America between black people. Okay, if you take away all the stuff they do together, smoke weed together, smoke together, drink together, use each other. If you take all that away, it's not really no unity. You know what I'm saying? I'm stating the obvious. It's not really no unity. So how I see it, man, is just like it's a lot of fake love. It's total fake love and you have to individualize everything, and you have to use wisdom with doing that, with individualizing your love in concerning the black community, because there's so many vultures out there. There's so many, everyone wants to talk about what culture vultures they call them. There's just vultures, period, in the black community. People talk about vulture cultures that prey on the culture of the black community. What about black people that just prey, period, like vultures? And and my whole thing is, I don't give a pass to someone to play with another black person. If you feel that you have a pass to play with other black people because you're black, then I don't know. I don't know what kind of logic that is. I think that's a person that hasn't elevated in their life. And I gave this example before, one time before, on another video. Like, if an Asian man comes into a store, right, a corner store, he comes in, he gets his items. Let's just say it's like a gas station. He buys his items. He comes to the line, right? Let's just say it's like three black guys on the side in the store. The store owner knows them. They're basically losers. They're like on the side in the store, and they're like talking like among each other, right? So the Asian guy, he's waiting. He waits like 10 minutes, and he buys his stuff. He's not even on their radar. Now another guy come in, a black guy come in. He has something going for himself. He got little rings on. He got, what I'm saying, he got a little hat on. He smells good. He buys some items. Then now they checking him out. They don't know him from a can of paint. In fact, let's just say in the scenario, he's from out of town and he just stops at the gas station. They don't even know where he's from. He's like actually from another state, right? But just because he's black, they think that they have the right to look him up and down. Now, I'm saying it again. Just because he's black, they think they have the full access to look him up and down like they know this dude. And so let's just say while he's in the line, the guy they looking up and down, another guy comes in. He stands behind this guy they've been looking up and down. This guy says, he says something to the guy that's in front of him. Hey, you dropped something. He says, thank you. Okay, he picks it up. The losers on the side, they say, what you say? Now, he wasn't even talking to them, right? But they figure he was, because their mind is so overly attentive to this man that they don't even know. They don't even know him. They do not even know the dude. They didn't do the Asian man like that. The Asian man came and went, bought his stuff. He wasn't even on their radar. See, what you have to understand is, because of all the disrespect and all the violations that's been going on, it's time to draw back with feeling familiar with everybody. It's time to draw back from feeling like we brothers and sisters when we killing each other. Because what happens is, when we think that we're so familiar with each other, we really don't progress. We need to stop from embracing each other so people can reflect on how they're treating each other. Because if you just continually embrace, then people think it's all good when it's not. So sometimes you got to draw back from embracing so that people can see themselves. Like, okay, why is he like that? Okay, then you start looking at yourself. That part. Because people think it's all good out here. And it's not. So see the guy in the gas station that said something to the dude, that the dude in front, that the dude behind him said something to him because he dropped something. I'm just an example. The dudes on the side, the losers, sitting up there, what you say? And they ready to start some problems with him because really, really, they don't want to know you. Really, really, it's something in them that that has a problem instantaneously with success or beauty or strength. Any of those things. If you're strong, if you're beautiful, if you got it going on in some type of way, it's a lot of people that's in the black community that will instantaneously want a problem with you or smoke with you just because of that. So what we have to do, what I do, you don't have to do it because I do it, but what I'm doing is I draw back because I don't feel the need to embrace people that don't respect me as a man. You know what I'm saying? I get respect from all races of people. I get respect from, to be honest with you, certain individuals that might not necessarily give black people respect right off the cuff because they go with the stereotypes, they go with what they see, and they sometimes they maybe have had, they just formed their opinion, and I have broken the mold of that opinion that they have of black people. So that in those situations that increased jealousy from black people in my life, specifically like a lot in Florida. When I was in Florida, I would get a lot of respect from certain white people, and black people took notice of that, and it brought on hate and jealousy and envy, and it brought on a lot of bad politics just because they couldn't stand the fact that I was embraced by people that they were not embraced by. And then they took that as, oh, he don't really mess with us, or he don't really this or that. But I can see wretchedness and foolishness a mile away. I don't have to get up on it. I can look and stand back and I can see exactly what it is. That's just me though, because I've been so many places. I can just see, I can tell the body language. I can hear half a conversation and I already know what it is. You know what I mean? So that's why I um I fluctuate between individuals more than anything. Not even a certain race. I fluctuate between individuals. So you may see me talking to somebody that's Mexican. You might see me talking to somebody that is white. You might see me talking to somebody that's black. You may see me fluctuate. You'll see me fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? But collectively speaking, culturally speaking, I do not embrace anyone because it's so much going on in each community that the safe thing to do is to not embrace anything collectively here in America. I don't do it. Now, on an individual basis, if you are a person that carries yourself like a man or a woman or an adult, then I will embrace that. I've proven that. I've proven that. No one can doubt that. They've seen me with white people. They've seen me with black people. They've seen me talking to Mexicans. They've seen me talking to Latinos. And they see me talking to Asians. I'm pretty sure you have. Or see me embrace it. Some kind of how you've seen it. You know, so that being said, man, like, you know what I'm saying, you can't question whether I'm racist. I live in the last days, and you're in a place of a time warp in a past time where things were good, where things were great. Like, it's not like that no more. First of all, you have bad politics collectively in every community. There's always bad politics that I don't like politics. You might not think that about me. Like, I talk about things that go in the government, I talk about things that go on in the community, But honestly, I don't like politics because I feel like, why do I need to know other people? I don't need to know other people. They don't really need to know me. And if we're not getting any money done or we're not getting anything done, um, as far as some type of project or something, then I definitely don't feel the need at 40 years old to just know people for no reason. That's just me. I'm not, that's just me. I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm not telling you, but I don't involve myself in politics. I don't involve myself in who's who, like who's the coolest in the city, in the neighborhood. That don't matter to me anymore. Maybe I don't think it ever did. Maybe that's why. I mean, that's why I've always been the way I've been, because I've never been concerned with that. Even when I was in high school, I was never concerned with who's who. I just lived my life, and whoever gravitated to me, that's who I embraced. Whoever did not embrace me, that's who I repelled. You know, but I didn't search out in high school or in any grade of school who's who. And there's people that have that mind. Like I just didn't for whatever reason. I just didn't care. But nevertheless, there were the popular people that played football, the popular people in the neighborhoods. They embraced me for some reason. It still worked out. But I just never had that mind like, oh, let me go over to here because this is where the cool kids are, or this is this person's, you know, um, this is where this person hangs out. So let me go hang out here, or this is where a certain group of people hang out. I just never thought like that. Therefore, I was never groomed in politics. I was never groomed in this perspective like I need to know certain people. And some people die for it. They live for it. They live for it. They die for it. And it's like I just am not that type of person. So so imagine a person like that. I'm already not inclined or 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 you know or progressive with trying to be in any kind of type of politics per se. So just imagine me going to a store and someone acting familiar with me. You know what I'm saying? Someone with me specifically. Someone acting like they know me and they acting like we're cool or something like that. Or halfway acting like they know me or halfway trying to get my attention. You know what I mean? That kind of thing is like high school to me, but I didn't ever do it in high school. If you notice, I always just gravitate towards cool people. It just works out. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. You know what I mean? But I definitely do not go after knowing who's who and trying to be cool with certain people. And a lot of black people, they do that. You know, white people do it too. Those two races right there do it a lot. And I don't feel a need to do that. I feel like you won't genuinely know if you're liked. You won't genuinely be embraced. You won't genuinely have a good experience unless you let things happen naturally. You know what I mean? If it's forced, then the love is forced. You know what I'm saying? The respect is probably gonna be forced too. Everything's gonna be forced. It's gonna be synthetic. You know what I'm saying? Synthetic embrace. Synthetic respect. Imagine that. But so when people may feel that I'm indifferent towards black people, it's not that I'm indifferent. It's that I treat everyone equal, and I feel like if I don't know you, then I need to get to know you, and you need to get to know me, and I'm not going to force that to happen because I'm not thirsty after politics, and I'm not thirsty to know anyone either. I'm really not. Like if I was, then I would be always out here. You know, I would be up and down the streets. I would be all through my neighborhood, you know, trying to see what is what, you know, and I'm just not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that live for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the conflict comes in. You have people that are not introverts or reclusive. They're not any of those things. They just feel no need to be involved in unnecessary politics, which makes the best people because you know if you let even if you're a woman dealing with this type of man, you know he ain't in everybody's face. You know everybody don't know him. You know he don't deal with everybody. So if you and him start to, you know, get familiar, then you know this is the type of person that really he don't deal with everybody. You know what I'm saying? He don't embrace everybody. But if you deal with somebody that embrace everybody, first of all, everybody know your business. He's all around the popular people telling them, all around the people that everybody know. So they telling other people. And you know, and that's consistently going on. The popular people telling everybody everything. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not good all the way around that type of individual to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person, if I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I'll pursue an acquaintance to a certain degree to where it makes sense. That's how I am. If it makes sense, I'll pursue a person, an acquaintance for um, for you know, friendship purposes or something like that. I'll do it to the degree where it makes sense, you know. But if it starts to be one sided, and and the other person, whether it be man or woman, are not interested in pursuing an acquaintance with me per se, then I stop pursuing. That's just me. It's not being prideful. It's just it doesn't make sense to me because it comes back to what I'm saying. It's not. It's basically not mutual. And so you're putting yourself out there. You're not really getting a real embrace. You're getting a synthetic embrace because you forced it. You know what I'm saying? So so that explains, man, because what people do is they'll label you bougie, they'll label you stuck up, and then especially if you have any kind of looks, if you are attractive, they definitely are waiting to say that you're stuck up. They're definitely waiting to say that you're bougie. They're definitely waiting to say that. And don't be different. Oh, they definitely think you're bougie. But you're not. You've already had ups and downs with people, and when you tell somebody your age, they should already consider that. And you move differently. You shift differently now. You know what I'm saying? You're not a snake, and that's the first thing. That's another thing people will say. Oh, that person seems like a snake. Why? Because I ain't in everybody's face. Why? Because I ain't laughing in everybody's face. Nah, man. I think people want to know you, know me more than I want to really know them. And what that means to me is that you already know something about me, which means my name is already in your politics, which is a pet peeve for me. You know, people knowing me and I don't know them. People talk about me, but I'm not talking about them. You know, so that's already bad for me. You know, and so as far as human my human science, I guess you could say, I'm very well on my own, and some people are not. They have to go seek out company. They have to go seek out people constantly, consistently to find a sense of well being. Sometimes I don't leave my apartment for days, for days, even weeks, and I am totally sound of mind. I am totally fine, and it's not what people think it is, and I am one of the most social people you would know. But as soon as I open up, people get jealous of my personality because I'm very flamboyant and charismatic. So when I'm healthy and when I'm healthy, like I'm always healthy, but when I'm doing healthy social things, I find that people that I am around most of the times, not all the times, are not as sociable or as willing to have a good time as I am. And for whatever reason, you know, so then I find a roadblock because I am too much for them. I have a roadblock with them because I'm too much for them. So, you know, there's all these misunderstandings, man, you know, and what people they go with what they know, you know, and sometimes honestly people just don't know you and they don't know who you are, so they go with what they know and they just put that on you. Like that's who you are because that's what I've seen. That's what you look like. It's like what I that kind of person. And you're not, you know, so I don't feel that I say all that to say this is why a lot of stuff gets started in the black community because they feel that well you have to know us like because we're someone special and like let's just say you stay in the neighborhood you say let's say you stay in the ghetto right there's always going to be alpha males in the ghetto that's just how it is it's always going to be alpha males people that are doing this, they're doing that, and they know everyone and they get respect, right? In their neighborhood. So you may come in and you may don't even acknowledge none of that. That's me. I'm that type of person. I come in a neighborhood, I come in a real, even a ghetto. I come in the ghetto, I can already see who's who because I can tell how they're standing out. You know what I'm saying? And I can see the respect that they're getting. Even if it's at a corner store, I can see the person standing out. I could tell that's the person that everyone respects. That's the alpha male. You know what I'm saying? So, or even a woman, I could see it. But me, I walk by all of that and I want to acknowledge it until I meet that person on an individual basis. Like if I meet you one on one for whatever reason, I need something or you need something, or somehow we kind of just spark a conversation or embrace, then that's how I like to do it because I know that's genuine and you know it's genuine. You don't need anyone else to show you who I am, you know, because with the more people that's around, the embrace is more synthetic because people feel the need to perform for other people. And that could be good people, but they feel the need to maintain this persona in front of these other people. So that's why I like one on one anyway better. You know what I'm saying? Because now you see the real person for who they are. You know what I'm saying? They're not putting on a show. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of alpha males, even alpha women, based on the definition that we use, they put on shows, you know what I'm saying? Personas. They feel they have a reputation to keep. You know, so it's really not so when they see you and you're in a group, you're not really getting an embrace. You're part of the audience. You're part of the people that sit back and watch this person. You know what I'm saying? So me, what I'll do is smart as I am, I'll just keep it moving. Point A to point B. I go to the corner store. It may be a couple alpha males entertaining people or whatever, right? I'm just gonna be point A to point B. I'm not gonna really acknowledge anybody. They look me in my eyes and they nod or whatever. I'll nod back or whatever. But I'm not gonna go out my way to to get into that into that crowd. I'm gonna let that happen naturally. And some people don't have that patience. They don't have the patience for that to happen, so they force it. or because you didn't try to initiate it like they expect, then they feel offended. It's that part. That's the punchline. Because you didn't feel the need to embrace. You didn't feel the need to pursue that particular crowd. So now there's a slight offense, and you ain't even done that. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, and so like for me, man, I just got too much sense to move to move otherwise than what I'm telling you. I just got too much sense for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not me thinking I'm better or anything like that. It's just I know what that leads to. I know what it leads to. It leads to people disrespecting you, becoming familiar with you. Even like if you're in a crowd, right? The alpha males are more likely to disrespect you, like clown you, and it's really not they're really not trying to clown you, but they're performing. They're performing, so it's nothing personal because they're trying to maintain this entertaining type of energy, you know, over these people. But see, me being the leader I am, you know, and I've never been a little brother, you know, I'm the oldest. I don't feel the need like when someone try to like clown me in the middle of other people, and it may not be, it may be just normal black people stuff. I never liked that.